Okay, I've left my campsite, but I'm still in San Javier because I wanted to see the church here, because I'm getting near the end of the trail. I think there's 2 more places to see, so I might as well tick them off. They're all the same but different, but we'll have a look anyway. There's the plaza, and this is the church up here. As you can see, the design of the plaza is the same as everywhere else. The extended roofs with the pillars, the timber pillars, and the plaza with the trees with plenty of shade. This one's nuts, colourful. Certainly the front of the church. Some of the other churches have had a few more colours. This is mostly kind of beige and brown for some reason, so that sets it apart. It's still, I mean, the carvings and everything are all quite intricate and ornate. I'm going to find out more about this Chiquitos Trail. Should have done that before now, actually. It's like a school of some sort, Lutheran school or religious school or something. Anyway, some of it's because morning, and I've not been driving all afternoon or all day, or I'm not stressing about diesel, but this place has actually got a half decent vibe about it. But I was considering wild camping on the square last night if I hadn't met that guy, but yeah, things took a different turn, and I felt I should thank him for bailing me out. As it happened, on the way on the road up here, I passed the same petrol station, and it looks like they've had a delivery. Everybody's filled up. There was a queue of only about 4 or 5 vehicles, so I probably could have filled up, but a bird in the hand and all that. I'm not going to stress. I don't think the price was much different anyway, because they charged me international price for that diesel, so I've got fuel and that's it. Okay. So I wasn't sure, but these churches, they're all Jesuit missions. This sign here says first Jesuit mission in the year 1691. It was recognised as a UNESCO cultural site in 1990. It was constructed by the architect, the Jesuit architect Martin Schmidt, definitely European, and they started building it in 1649. So yeah, all these churches are Jesuit missions. The Chiquitos Trail takes you around all the Jesuit missions from that time. Large water tower they've got, fairly modern in relation to the rest of the village. It's that moss or something growing on the power lines. So that was San Javier. Let's get on the road, get to our next stop. Right, we're way past where I stayed last night. This is the big sign for it. San Javier Quinta Eco Resort. It looks tiny from here. That's the front entrance. I stayed. Yeah, it's as much for my memories as anything. Okay, let's go. Jeez. That lorry was in a bit of a state, obviously broken down. It was just a way to put the camera on anyway. I don't know if you can see the landscape's changing again from yesterday. The road seems to be slightly better as well, which is good. It's not so many potholes. There are. You still got to keep your wits about you, but yeah, it's not quite as potholed as it was yesterday. Sort of slow going. It's amazing how things can change in a day when you're on the road. Yesterday I was stressing about diesel and worrying about the roads, and yeah, today it's a wee bit easier. The roads are better. I've got pretty much a full tank of diesel and I can get to where I want to go, and the landscape's changed again. Just went through another toll booth there, but it seems like you pay one fare at the top for the stretch of road. Tell me where you're going, that seems to cover you, so when you get to the next toll booth, have a look at your ticket, you're obviously covered, so they stamp it. That's what the guy did there. But I'm only figuring out because that's what's happening, because you think you would just pay for each stretch and then pay again when you get to the next one, but you roll up and they look at the passenger seat, because that's usually the driver's side, and without fail everybody kind of laughs and look across at me and they'll laugh when they see him driving on the other side of the van. It's always breaks the ice as well, it's good. I like that kind of interaction. Okay. Arrived in San Ramon. This is where my next stop is. It's pretty typical. The main road in gets a bit scruffy, to say the least. There's a turn off up here that'll take me to the plaza. Usually that's the hub, that's the bit that's the nicest in any town. Right, we're at the next stop, San Ramon. It's a wee bit more open. Listen, I don't know how it works because it's coming out there autumn, but that looks like a spring tree to us. That looks like how a tree would look in sort of mid to late spring. So I parked my van over there, I don't know if you can see it through the trees, and thought, oh, I wonder where the church is. It's maybe on the other side of the square, and it's right across the road from where I parked the van, so we'll go and have a look. It's a wee bit more out of the way. I don't think this is quite as grand as the other ones I've seen. I don't think this is a big stop on the trail. So it didn't seem to jump out when I was planning, but anyway, certainly said I had one, so I'm not going to be here long. San Ramon. Yeah, not as ornate as the other ones. It's got a wee bit of graffiti on the door. I wonder if it's still used, but that's what it is. So yeah, I don't know if it's still used. It might still be used, but it's on its way out because this sign is advertising. The one on the right, I think it's a mock-up, but they're wanting to move churches, and with your help they'll find God or something like that. They're wanting to build a new church. Yeah, I think that's a computer mock-up of what the new church is going to be like. So that, yeah, they're needing a new church. Okay, I think that's San Ramon for you. Let's go on the road. As a side note, one thing I've noticed in all the countries, not just Argentina, the Inter Miami shirt that Messi wore or is wearing, I think if he's still playing for Inter Miami, everybody, well, lots of folk have got them. I saw them in Argentina, I saw them in Brazil, I saw them in Paraguay, but I've seen quite a lot of them in Bolivia, surprisingly enough. I just saw someone there with the pink Inter Miami football shirt. So yeah, he's clearly revered as a big South American hero. Speaking of heroes, I'm guessing that's a couple of heroes up here at the town square as we leave. Well, there's the municipal market of San Ramon, and there's another gas station with no gas, no diesel anyway. I think they might have petrol. Right, let's go on our way to San Julian. I meant to say the road to here, the roads weren't too bad actually. The odd pothole here and there, but yeah, not as bad as it's been. Although the road disappeared for about 10 yards. It was just a bit of a crater that I ended up in, but other than that it's been not too bad. Too soon, but it was disappeared here as well. We're in the town of Los Angeles, Bolivia. I think the schools have just come out as well for lunch. What's that? Yeah, 12:15. It's been lunchtime. It's San Julian now, but it's actually quite a big place. Bigger than I thought it was going to be. I guess the plaza's worth it. Julian, it's not just a big place, it's a big ugly place. Big sort of. I'll show you some of the streets. The main road through was the worst. This is a wee bit more like what I would normally see up to the roads. But yeah, we'll get into this. See if the plaza is the oasis it usually is. I'll have to be pretty good to. Yeah, I'll have to be pretty good going by all this. So this is San Julian, the last stop on the Chiquitos trail. I've not quite seen the church yet, but the other side of the trees I would imagine. The usual stuff, the government buildings on one side. There's some letters here, we've got a picture of the letters. Actually a really nice square, it's quite tidy as well. Trees are nice. It's have another more of a look. So here's the letter, San Julian. So it's capital of agricultural production. So very, yeah, I thought there was a lot of agriculture down here. It seemed like there was a lot of farming. It got quite flat between the last place and here. You could tell there was a lot going on. It's the church. This is the last one on the trail. It's not exactly going out with a bang. It's okay. I don't know if there's a rebuild, because at that last place we saw on the poster, like the one that was still standing in the mock-up of the one they wanted to build, looked a little like this, so this may be a replacement of the older church. But yeah, it loses a bit of its character compared to some of the really old ones we've seen on the trail. We've still got the bell tower with the spiral staircase. The gate was closed but it was unlocked. I thought I would come in and see the carvings on the doors. They're really good, quite intricate. It's the front door and there's the other door. The carvings, yeah. I feel like I've got to fuss over this one because it's the last one on the trail, but it's a wee bit of a damp squib if I'm honest, compared to some of them. But yeah, wee bit of tyre art there. That's meant to be a snowman or something. And of course you've got your square. That's slightly different to the ones with your square. You've got your crucifix in the middle of the plaza. That's slightly different, more colourful than the ones we've seen. There's definitely some Japanese ancestry in a lot of people. I don't know if you got a look at that guy on the bench, but he's got Japanese ancestry, as we're away to find out at the next stop actually. But some of the people I've seen, I think I've mentioned this before, with the jet black hair and the eyes, and they've got Japanese features, although they've got the quite brown skin that the Bolivians had. There's a lot of, yeah, there's a lot of intermingling has gone on, which is unusual because Japanese, like the Mennonites, they've kept themselves to themselves. They're a community and they're a strict community. In Japan, the Japanese are quite strict. There's not much interracial marriages or things like that. So it's a wee bit of a surprise. I thought when I heard there was Japanese immigrants here, I thought they would still be similar, like there wouldn't be so much interracial marriages, but it seems to be not, maybe just wasn't enough of them came across for it to be sustainable. The gene pool was too small. Anyway, that was rather, like I say, a bit of a damp squib for the last stop on the Chiquitos trail. But yeah, it was okay. The town itself's pretty ugly. The square, as I said, is a bit of an oasis, but yeah, if you're starting going the other way, it's not a bad place to start. But yeah, it's not the best one to finish on, but never mind. It was very good, a brilliant experience taking this trail one way or another, between the excitement and terror of trying to get diesel and just all the places I've seen on the way, between the churches themselves and the sites I saw, Aguas Calientes and Chochis and places like that. Yeah, very good. San Ignacio was good for a few days, but Rudy, the Swiss guy, he was a character. Anyway, let's go on the road to the next place. Well, I've just turned off the main highway to my next stop. I want to visit a place called Okinawa, because it's a Japanese colony, or a former Japanese colony, but the road has deteriorated substantially since I've turned off the highway, and it's going to be about an hour from here, so I'll give it a few more minutes. If it doesn't improve, I might just turn back. I don't know if it's a quainted place, but there's not much there. I don't know if I want to see it that much that I want to drive on a road like this for an hour. We'll give it a kilometre or so. See what happens. For a wee break. That's quite a grand entrance considering the road we've been on. Yeah. There's somebody where there's a nice farmstead up that road. As long as they've got a 4x4, I suppose they're alright. But yeah, let's go on the road. I'm still wondering whether I made the right decision or not, but by the time I did it, I was too far in the road. I thought, right, I'm not turning back now, so let's keep going. But the road's certainly turned into an adventure, if nothing else. just come on to something resembling a half decent road. Still not without its potholes, but at least there's at least it's paved for the most part compared to what I've been on. Oh, you feel the difference. Your whole body isn't rattling all the time, and the van isn't bouncing around the same. Oh, this is good. I mean, I had plenty of time. That was part of the reason I pushed on, because I told the guy at the campsite I'd be there about between 3 and 4, and it's still only like no, it's actually like 2 o'clock or something, is it? Yeah, it's just after 2 o'clock. So I've got plenty of time to get to where I'm wanting to go. So let's see if I can enjoy the last part of it. There's a sign for Okinawa. Still a bit of an obstacle course. At least when you're on the dirt road and there's potholes, you're going that slow, so you just deal with it the same as you do the dirt road and how uneven it is. But when you got a bit of paved road, you start going a wee bit faster, and then you come up against these potholes, so you still need your wits about you, because you've got to slow right down then, because if you hit these potholes at any speed, it's quite a bang. But it looks like we're about to go over a bridge. It looks like at least this bridge is half decent. Let's see how this goes. This looks quite good. So here's what the bridge is taking me over. Get the electricity pile around the middle of the river. Once we get to the end of the wet season, because that river looks fairly low. Oh, here we go again. From the bridge there was a checkpoint back there. They just checked my documents and everything was in order. It's like a customs thing. But yeah, we've run out of road again. Marvellous. Yeah, it's clear now. I mean, for all that this road's in a terrible condition, it's a very busy road. Mostly trucks. A few sort of minibus type things and taxis. But yeah, it's a really busy road. It's a dreadful road. Hopefully they'll get around to paving it sometime. This is kind of what you find in the middle of nowhere here. Huge plants like this. I think it's still in use. It's aging a bit. Oh, yeah, there's a guy on the gate. But I think it's a granary or something. Certainly agricultural, of course, being away out here. But it's huge. I mean, the lorries aren't coming in and out of there, but in fact, it explains all the lorries on this road if there's places that size. It's like a Japanese cemetery. We're coming into a town called Okinawa. It was settled by Japanese originally, as you could probably guess. I saw it on the map and I thought I want to just go and visit it. Almost regretting it after those roads. Not 100%. That's really interesting, that cemetery. At least we're back on paved roads. Let's just see how much of the Japanese heritage it's holding on to. Right, my last stop before my campsite. I hope you can hear me above the guy trimming the grass at the back of me. But yeah, that's in Japanese up there. There's a few things. This is really interesting. Look at the trimmed hedges. I think it's just about worth those roads to get here. Lovely plaza. I mean, it's a plaza in this, traditionally in the Spanish sense, that every town's got a place like this, but got the very Japanese touch. These cut, what are the trees? The way they're cut is really interesting, very Japanese, I think. Get a look at this. They've not moved on to the other two, maybe when they grow in a bit, but yeah, the way they're cutting the house shapes, I like that. Fascinating. So the centre of this plaza is the statue of someone. I don't think it's the founder. His clothes look too modern. And of course there's a church, not quite as ornate as the ones on the Chiquitos trail, but still quite ornate. And I'm guessing this is another nod to the Japanese heritage here. This is recognising Dr. Victor Paz Estansoro, 1907 to 2001. That explains the suit. The father of the colony of Okinawa. Yeah, I'm guessing he is Japanese. It doesn't look difficult to recreate that. It looks European, but he may well be Japanese. He must be Japanese. Father of the Japanese colony. Yep. Okay. This is a school or a college. Can't imagine they'll teach Japanese around, but you never know. It'll just be the ordinary Spanish curriculum, but yeah, still keeping the name going in the heritage. Okay, well that was Okinawa. First time I've been to Okinawa. Doubt if we'll ever get to the Japanese Okinawa. But let's get on the road again. So I hope the roads are a wee bit better from here down to the campsite. The campsite's just on the edge of Santa Cruz. Because if these roads run out again, I told the guy between 3 and 4, and 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock, it's now 3 o'clock, and the sat-nav's given me just over an hour to get there, so I'm hoping we don't go back onto those roads or it's going to be getting dark by the time I get there. I'm sure it'll be fine. But yeah, I thought when I told him between 3 and 4, I thought, well, that's giving me all day, maybe that's too much. But yeah, I'm glad I gave myself plenty of time to play with. Okay, let's go. It's a flour refinery, or whatever you call it. Big. I don't think I've caught enough of it. But yeah, that's a big place. With coos wandering down the middle of the road. The horns on that. Just seems to be the done thing here. Just let your animals wander down the road. Say as well, we're on the Santa Cruz side of Okinawa now, and the roads have improved significantly. It's odd though, the dreadful road, the terrible road was full of trucks. It was really, really busy. This road's so quiet, and it's almost like a normal road apart from that pothole that you saw there, apart from the odd pothole here and there. I mean, I'm up into 5th gear now compared to before, so yeah, worked that one out. Anyway, hopefully it's not too far to the campsite now. We're getting closer to Santa Cruz. Things are feeling a bit more, what's the word? Things are feeling a bit more like there's more money around. The economy is stronger as we get closer to Santa Cruz. I mean, I'm passing some businesses here, and the looks. I'll have to show you. I just get this feeling that it's not quite as impoverished as it was back where I was on the Chiquitos trail and everything. When you get getting closer to the big city, there seems to be more. The economy seems to be stronger. Yeah, things seem to be better maintained and less ramshackle than they were back, say 40 or 50 miles back, maybe even less actually, before Okinawa anyway, just before Okinawa, or up to Okinawa. Just driving your cows down the road. We must be in the outskirts of Santa Cruz. I saw on the map, it was away from, could be out from the main centre of Santa Cruz, but yeah, when big cities, the suburbs start quite far out, you can tell by the amount of traffic here. Cars are undertaking me and overtaking me, not so much here, but this is a 2-lane, but just coming off that roundabout back there, somebody was squeezing through on my left. Fading, but yeah, I've arrived at my campsite. It's owned by a Dutch guy. That's his office up there, and that's his house straight ahead. We're going to have to ask him why they're on stilts. So I didn't notice I noticed a hill outside, and I didn't notice a river, so I don't know if it's, can't imagine it's a flooding risk. So anyway, he's got an agricultural business, and he's former backpacker, traveller. I think that's how he found himself in Bolivia about 18 years ago. But he seems to be doing quite well for himself. It's a nice peaceful place. I've got my bits round the back, I've got electricity and everything I need. So yeah, I'm here. Stay a couple of nights. I'll go into the city tomorrow. Quite interesting to get into Santa Cruz and have a look. I'm going to take a bus. Even he was saying, don't drive. The thing is, I'm going to have to figure this out because I want to go Sucre, and the roads take me through the city to go in that direction, but we'll work that out in a couple of days. Anyway, that's me here now. I'm starving. We have something to eat.